Today is November 13th, 2020. I wanted to do a quick garden, update. It's kind of, the winter's coming on, and I had to put things to bed. And so I'll just show you how things are. I'm in the greenhouse. Actually, it's nice in the greenhouse. The sun's come up. So once the sun comes up, things warm up in here very rapidly. You see I'm in a t-shirt. It's actually warmer out here than in my house. It says it's above 90 degrees in here, at least up high. Down low it'll be cooler, because I have tables and things blocking the sun. But it's nice, so I have to be careful that I leave the door open a little bit to let some of the heat out and the cold in. So as you can see, I haven't been working in the greenhouse for some time. Everything's a total mess. I mean, a real mess. But I'll start working in here. I need to start planting some, at least pepper seeds. And I want to get some sweet potatoes going. See if I can get some slips going. But anyway, this is the greenhouse. And everything needs to get cleaned up. You can see everything needs to get washed and things, all the cups. We'll see if that happens. But this is how things are looking. Now I need to harvest my mints because we're getting hard freezes, and I'm not sure how much longer. In fact, I need to put it in the greenhouse. I'm not sure how much longer the mint can take that. So I have some beautiful mint here and there. Of course, that's mustard. It's great to eat, but I don't eat much of it. So, but I grow it. It's also a great fertilizer. So I wanted to show you how things have progressed here. If you can remember, not so long ago, this was all panels and pole beans. This was up, 6 feet in the air, and you couldn't see out the front. If you caught the deer update, this is where the deer was dead right there. So as you can see, I've cleaned this all up. A lot of the beans, I dug a hole in the ground and buried my beans vines, because they'll become, I believe they'll degrade over the winter. I've been catching leaves. So these are the leaves from my trees. And you can see I may get a lot more leaves. If the wind picks up, I may get my neighbor's leaves, which is okay. So I'll put these here all winter. I've got them in my tomato cages. And I want to put some moisture on the leaves so that they will decay over the winter quicker. So I'm adding water to my leaves as I go along. Now, the marigolds have now died. I need to collect some of those flowers for seeds. Now, this is the garlic and maybe some onions. Now, I really kind of need to dig up and spread these out, I think, but we'll see what happens. I need to rework these beds and spread out, because some of these are like garlic cloves. And if you look, there's going to be a number of, you see that? There's a whole bunch right together. So that's one clove that I did not pick. And now all the little seeds in the clove so it needs to be broken apart and spread out. And I think that's what's happening all through here. Is most of this is probably garlic. Some of it's onions, but even the onions will split. So you can see the mess. I haven't taken care of this mess yet. What I'm going to do is dig a big hole right here and I think I'll bury these corn stalks and see what happens. I did come out with my tiller and tilled up this ground because it was so hard, and I wanted to be able to put leaves and we'll see if I can fill these up or not. But as you can see, I had to trim my apple tree and peach tree. I went pretty hardcore. Now all of the okra stalks, I had a number of them. I took and I chipped them, and so they're now mulch. I haven't spread them out yet, at least not the okra. But if you can see over there, my trees, the branches from the apple and peach trees are right there. You see that mulch? I chipped all the branches and I covered that section. There's a few inches of mulch there. But this is also, underneath it, I buried all kinds of organics, anything I had in the house and anything from the garden, except the tomato plants. I did not bury any of the tomato plants. I took those around the back to be burnt. Evidently, you don't want the tomato plants reused. There can be disease on the tomato stalks and things. So I still got some chards. Now this is actually I do eat this. This is very nice. It's kind of a lettuce, spinach, but these are chards, and you can see the frost on them. Or no, that's just the sunshine. But I like these. So I don't know how much longer. All my pepper plants have now died. So, and here again, I have a mixture of garlic and onions. You would have never known that I harvested a lot of stuff, but I must have left a lot in the ground, because look at that. So I may dig these up and spread them out and replant them, or I may just leave it like this. But it would be best if I dug them up and spread them out. Maybe I'll take some to the very, very back, where I have a whole section of ground now covered in leaves. So this is kind of what's happening here. That's kind of it. Oh, I was only going to leave those flags out there for election day. See, I have my 4 little flags. And I sure thought, there was a landslide for Donald Trump, the President of the United States, happening. And then all of a sudden, it just went away. So they're looking into that. I'm confident he is the president. I'm confident he won the election. Stand fast. There's been a lot of crookedness. There's a lot of computer fraud going on. In fact, there's 10 forms of cheating that they've been talking about. So, the dead, the maiden names of women, illegal voting. I mean, it's craziness. So I still have water in my rain barrels. Now, I'm going to put that water onto my leaf stacks, so that they'll be moist. Of course, they may freeze, but I think in the middle they'll stay fairly warm. But I'm going to put the water. Of course, the water will go onto the ground also. But I need to drain these before it gets too much colder. I need to put my water barrels to bed for winter also. So this is the very, very back of my yard. I actually came out and tilled this area right here, and then I had so many leaves. Can you see where I've mowed up my leaves and then where I haven't? But I came and covered this with leaf mulch for the winter. So this bed is put together. Is put to bed for winter. And we'll see how it does. Now, I may come out here and plant some of that garlic that's all bunched together there in the front. Because you can see this is that's a lot of area actually. Now, we don't get as much sun back here in the very, very back, because the slope is to the north, and that means it gets less sun. Now, the front yard is kind of flat. But it'd even be better if my front yard sloped towards the south, and then I'd get more winter sunlight. But so you can see a big pile of a lot of that is tomato vines. So I need to burn those, and then the ashes you spread onto your garden. So you can see the leaves. I haven't finished mowing up the leaves here, but I also on this side, as you can see, I have a little patch of garden. This is new. Both of these are new gardens for this year. I don't really water them much back here. Well, not at all. But this is wet. The whole area drains down this way. So some of that area up there could be, you know, muddy even late into, you know, after rains for some time. So this can be pretty moist. So we'll see. So I don't know if I'm going to plant anything on this side. There's not as much sun in the winter as over there. So, but I'm at the point, I did, as you can see, I tilled this side. And now I'm going to take these leaves and cover it. And this will be ready for next year. I don't know what I'll plant back here, but I'm just getting it kind of prepared for the winter. Now normally what I'll do in this area here is this is where I'll store all my leaves for the winter. But after I cover these two garden areas with leaves, I'm not sure how many extra leaves I'll have for this area. And then that the garden over there, I may go ahead and try and get that ready for next year too. I need to. So I may have some garden on the other side of the fence too. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this update. Winter's coming. I need to plant some seeds. I need to get around to planting seeds, especially the peppers and the sweet potatoes, I believe, to see if I can get some slips. But we'll see how that all goes. If anybody wants some plants, and your family members want plant for Christmas, let me know, and that'll give me more motive to get going. But then you have to keep the plants alive until you plant them out. You know, it gets really cold in January and February here in the States. So anyway, there's a little bit of a struggle there, but it's neat. Okay, love you guys. Bye-bye.